Hi Kathy, how you doing? I'm outside, so I hope you'll be able to hear me. I'll try to speak a little louder. It's usually not a problem. How y'all doing? How you been? This is just a little vibe check. That's what I've been doing for everybody. But first, let's get the formalities out of the way, shall we? This reading is for my Capricorns, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and anyone who would like to try to get into the head of their Capricorn. Now, as always, guys, take what resonates, leave the rest. If it doesn't fit, don't try to make it. You will know if I'm talking to you, if this is part of your story, okay? That being said, if it does resonate, let me know in the comments down below. It's my favorite part of the gig, is connecting with you guys. And if it does not, however, resonate, you can check out your moon or ascendant sign. I also recommend your Venus, because love is also a big part of these readings, typically, or any other wonderful reader we have here on YouTube. So it's just going to be like either just a vibe check or like a letting go spread. 2-3 cards, and then we'll pull a couple oracles. We already have something popping out for you guys. Could be connecting with some Pisces. Oh, interesting. And you have the, okay, this is fun. This is interesting. So, we have here the Moon card. This is Pisces, Major Arcana. And we also have the 9 of Cups. And in this deck, they both have the Moon. I believe we have a lunar eclipse coming up this weekend. So, I may treat this as a letting go spread. Okay. What you may need to let go of, Capricorn, possibly, is this feeling of emotional turmoil, and a need to really pay attention to your intuition right now and pay attention to what you're dreaming about. Maybe write it down. But there's definitely some heavy emotional shit going on here. The moon also can be tricky. You want to use the light of the moon when you're dealing with people to shine it on a situation that you may need more information on, and don't let others use the moon to cast shadows on something that they don't want you to see. Someone's running a chainsaw, I believe. But then we have the 9 of Cups here, which is the card of wishes come true. It's like, kind of like the Six of Swords for me. It's kind of like that breath of fresh air. If you address these mental and emotional issues right now, you could be brought into a phase of bliss and harmony and relaxation and manifestation for you. I want to say Capricorn also. You guys really are so intelligent and so ambitious and so, like, loving to the people who are in your tight inner circle, and you guys do keep a very tight inner circle. So I want to tell you to treat yourself the same way that you would treat others. Can I get more information on the moon here? Why is the moon here for Capricorn, please? I feel like it's a 5 of Pentacles situation. Like somebody, like, you feel like someone betrayed you or left you out in the cold, financially or emotionally. Okay, interesting. The Son of Wands jumped out. This could be someone who is like a player, unfortunately. This is the Knight of the Wands in the regular deck. He's Mr. Right now versus Mr. Right, or Mrs. Right. So you could be feeling confused about a situation that has to do with a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, or Sag, or a Pisces. in this deck, they refer to him as the White Knight of the Tarot, also. But as charming as he seems, it doesn't last. You know what I mean? So maybe that's what's got you guys a little emotionally, like, upside down. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Swords. This is the card of, this is the 3am card. This is about, like, you know, letting your worries keep you up at night. I just heard get some sleep. Like, maybe that's why the moon is here too, because that pertains to dreaming. Maybe you guys need to, like, get more sleep, or, like, a better sleep schedule. But the Nine of Swords is much like the Eight of Swords. It's a card of, like, it doesn't necessarily mean these things are true. It's just how you're mentally viewing the world. Like, it's more of, what's the word I'm looking for? Damn it, I can't think of the word I'm looking for, and I always use that same word for the Eight of Swords too. It's more of like a viewpoint, for lack of a better word, Capricorn. It's more of the way that you're seeing things and less of the way that it's actually playing out. And you have two nines here, so you are coming to the end of this, like, you're coming to the end of this situation or this phase in your life that has been bringing you a lot of mystery and a lot of confusion. You can't seem to, like, suss out what's going on potentially in the situation. Like, you can't put a finger on it, I want to say to you also. But once you're able to, like, go through this landscape and take control, like I know that you guys can. Capricorn is very ambitious. You guys are very, you're ambitious, you're very smart, you're very driven. So don't be afraid to take this inner walk, you know what I mean? Because on the other side of it is all good things. Again, this is a card of wishes come true. It's a card of manifesting. It's a card of, you know, coming into a phase that's, like, harmonious rather than, like, hellacious, rather than anxious. Yeah, this is a card of anxiety. And right under that is the Fool. That's a new beginning, you know? I feel like it's like you guys are at a crossroads, though. And maybe that's why the moon is here, because you guys can't really, you can't really pick a direction yet. But you will. What about this Nine of Cups? Three of Wands. This is one of the more positive in the Wands suit. This is about envisioning your future. Okay? This is also a card very much related to waiting for your ships to come in, so to speak, because you've been putting in the work mentally, physically, emotionally. And so you're waiting for this energy, you know? Ari and I always used to remember also that another meaning of the Three of Wands is you are being attracted to or just fascinated by people that are not, I'm struggling for words today, people that are not of the norm, you know? This is your let your freak flag fly card. And just be around people that make you feel like you, and not around people that you feel like you should be around to impress other people, if that makes any sense. This is a very odd reading, Capricorn, but these moons here are very prominent. So again, listen to your intuition. Take the time to just, after you wake up, lie in bed for a few minutes and try to recall what you dreamt about. Even if you write down a couple sentences, even if you know, it helps. But this is envisioning a bright future. And paired with the Nine of Cups, that's just beautiful. Like, you guys are, okay, you guys are afraid to let yourself get what you deserve. You feel undeserving of it, is what I'm getting right now. The more I'm looking at the Moon card, it's like you feel like you don't deserve all these good things that can be coming, or all these good things that are being presented to you. And that's bullshit, Capricorn. You do deserve it. You guys, like I said, are very loving friends, are very loving family members, and like Scorpio, like us Scorpios, you will do whatever it is for the people that you love. So we need to start doing these things for ourselves as well. We need to start, you know, treating ourselves the way that we treat the people that we love. So let's pull 1 or 2 cards from the Soul's Journey. This is meant to just be a quick little ditty today. Just to touch base with you guys again. We have regret and grief that I just cut the deck on. Grief is very much also equated with the Moon card. It can be. But not like grief in a sense of losing somebody physically, like dying, but grief as in just like emotional turmoil, you know. Alright, so do we have any validating messages for Cappies today? Or anything else that needs to come through that they need to pay attention to? I really hope my camera indecision, I really hope this does not cut off. That used to happen all the time. I hated it. I hate having to do part 2 videos. I like to give you guys your wrap up and say goodnight to you. Alright. Let's see here. Cappies and Virgos always make me pull. And usually they jump. Okay, that's not right though. That's not it. Alright, what other messages do I have here for Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Service. I feel good when I can help others. What was I just saying about you, Capricorn? That you guys are amazing friends, amazing family members, and it makes you feel good to help others. And pride. I love myself, and I see myself in everyone. On the bottom of the deck, we have change. I understand that nothing can grow or move, or nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Maybe the moon's telling you it's time to, you know, switch shit up. Move to a different place. That's so hard. It's so fucking hard right now. Alright, I'm going to read service, because that's what I was specifically talking about with you guys, but I opened on indecision again. That's funny. S. Alright. Service. Self-esteem. Alright. Please don't die on me, phone. Okay. One of the most evolved gifts that a soul can possess is giving of itself. There is a reason why it feels good to give. It is because your soul resonates with that vibration. Your soul should be aware that it might currently be in a situation in which it needs to be fulfilled on higher levels, and this can only happen through the attribute of humbly serving and supporting others. See, that's all well and good, but I feel like you guys need to do that for yourselves, but that's just my feeling. Put yourself in a position in which you can benefit another soul in any way possible and demonstrate unconditional love towards others. This might mean bringing yourself into your heart space and letting everything you involve, okay, sorry, gotta stop. And letting everything you involve yourself in come from an attitude of giving freely. You have to learn to direct your green heart light energy through all of your thoughts, actions, and deeds. Look around and see where and how you can serve others. Perhaps one way would be asking a friend if you can help them clean up his or her office or run errands. If that's something that isn't Capricorn coded, I don't know what is. Maybe volunteer to watch neighbors' kids so the parents can have a night out, make a meal for someone who may be sick, volunteer in a hospital or hospice, or perform an activity that enriches someone's lives. You guys are also very good people to work with people that are sick, people that have, you know, disabilities like brain trauma and stuff like that. I know a few Capricorns that have excelled very much in that field. And we have pride. You need to take the time to honor and acknowledge who you are and what your soul has accomplished with your life thus far. I'm going to read that one more time. You need to take the time to honor and acknowledge who you are and what your soul has accomplished in this life thus far. You should look at your past soul's choices and be mindful of how through your positive actions, compassion, and understanding, you have made a better life for yourself and others. How have you changed the world in some little way? Have you shared insights with others? Reflect on what you have mastered. You should never underappreciate or underestimate yourself or your accomplishments. Now is the time for you to remember how brave you have been throughout this journey. Celebration is required. Humans tend to spend too much of their energy and time on negative emotions or what they have not done. This card signifies that you should take the rightful ownership of who you are and how you've shared your unique light in the world. I think that kind of does validate the tarot, Capricorn. I will leave you guys to think on that, because y'all know you're the shit, okay? Capricorns are one of my favorite people, just generally, and it's time that you guys recognize how fucking awesome you are, too, okay? I will see you all soon. Namaste, Capricorn. And thank you for stopping by. Peace.